Hi there, I'm Lori, Positive Thanks Living, and today it's about circles again, but three different kinds of circles, using circles, and we're going to walk through them from the first one, which is probably the most complicated, to the last one that is not as complicated. So I'm opening up my design team project holder, yeah, and I'm a part of Be Happy Stationery's design team. So this is June's kind of make. What I'm doing is I'm making circles that are slightly quilted, poofy, and putting different things on top. This one is vellum. I don't know if you can see the little butterfly on there, and I sewed it on to the circle. This is 1900 encyclopedia paper that is so brittle you just look at it and it breaks. And what I do is I glue multiple layers together to make something more durable. Encyclopedias have a lot of pages, so I'm using them everywhere I can. Then this is sari silk. I've used again some thread just to make it even-ish to sew. So the sari silk is glued, the vellum is glued, and I've added hand stitching around the outside. So that is one version. That's not going to be used in this design team project. It's going to be used somewhere else. But this one here, same concept, okay? You've got a circle from the paper. This is a stamp on a linen fabric. I think this used to be a sheet, maybe, or a tea towel. I use things from my mom. It keeps her, honors her life. And so the linen or the sheet material, this is actually sheet material. This, I think, is a tea towel. And I just stamped, literally, with StazOn ink. And then this one is glued on. So no stitching at all. So more simple. And inside is batting, which is poofy. I buy a pillow at Walmart, like a brand new pillow, and then I open it up and I use the stuffing from inside there. It happens to be less expensive than buying actual stuffing. So when I have extra pillow shams that I want to make an extra pillow, then, oh, looks like I tucked in some something to stamp on here and cut out. So this is the tea towel, maybe, I don't know. But we're going to use one that I've already stamped. You can see here. My point. Pillow sham, it's less expensive. The pillow floofing, if you buy a simple bed pillow at Walmart in particular, than buying a bag of stuffing. And it works for this too, because you can pull it apart, and I'll show you how. First, we need our base. So I have all my punches out because we're going to use that for the second, possibly the third. No, we're going to use it for the second and the third, the punches, or one of the punches anyhow. But first, I want to cut the base larger than, no, I'm cutting the base smaller than this piece of fabric because, as you can see, it hangs over the edge. The trim that I made, you can see that. It's actually just some kitchen twine. you know, when you put meat together to cook. So it's pure cotton. And I've braided 3 lengths because I wanted something simple and easy to do. All right, let us make our, I'm going to die cut. So I want the base to be smaller than the die cut of the there. I think this will fit. Now I believe, I think I got this set of nested circles, and it really doesn't matter the brand. And to be blunt, candid, I don't remember the brand. It was so long ago that I got it. All right, I'm going to use my big shot here, moving things out of the way, to do the fabric first. And yes, you can, like a very thin fabric. It is possible to use your die cut machine in a way to cut fabric. I did it for this one. That's how I know. So let's hope and pray that it works the same now that I'm on doing this as a video for you. Let's put our fabric down first, then the dye. Okay, here we go. We're starting. I will go through probably twice. Let us see. Ta-da! It worked. Isn't that exciting? Whew. I feel so good. We have another thing to die cut, and we want our inner circle, our base circle, there, that's a better word, to be smaller than the circle of the fabric. So here we are. Let's do it. How much smaller? That's the question. Not just one. Oh, maybe one. Nope, 2. And here's why. The batting takes up some space. Now this one doesn't have a lot of batting. I'll be showing you momentarily how to do the batting. Okay, so I have this batting, and you're gonna laugh at me. Do you know what this is? This is a Swiffer cloth, and I could use that as batting. So if you buy the convenience of one of those cloths that dust, hey, use that as batting. But here we go. I'm going to pull just a wee bit out because I don't want to make it too poofy. You could. I have enough fabric here to cover the poof. But I'm not. Pulling my chair in. I'm working on this middle part here because I want to be sure that I'm in frame. A little bit of Fabri-Tac, and yeah, the label came off. A little bit of Fabri-Tac will hold the batting down. Not perfectly, but that's okay. And then along the outside, where I want to glue down the image, yeah. So we have in the middle the batting, and I just use this because I'm lazy. You could use a bone folder, you could use a acrylic block, you can use whatever you want. But here I am with you, making this and talking at the same time. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Have you tried making anything with circles? So since I've been focusing on circles, literally and figuratively, my eyes are finding circles everywhere. It's interesting. There's a term that's used. For example, if you buy a car, a particular make of car, or you're interested in that car, all of a sudden your eyes will find all kinds of those cars driving on the road. We're funny as humans, aren't we? And there is a term for that, and I can't remember it right now. If I remember when I'm editing, I'll put it on the screen. Otherwise, yeah, your friend Google will fill you in if you're really that interested. So, circles. My eyes have been going to circles, and I'm going to show you a few more. I mean, obviously, that's a circle. And we talked about it in last video, where I showed you all the pink circles that I cut out. I have a lot of circles in punches. It's fascinating how you can collect something and not realize it. Now, I could have used a punch to punch out the base circle. I don't think my punches are strong enough to cut out fabric. I haven't tried. Maybe yours are. Give it a try. Leave me a comment if you've ever used your punches for fabric. So, as you see, I'm off center. Oh, well, that's fine. It's okay, right? Is that okay? I hope that's okay. See, you have a poofy circle then. Quilted? I don't know. One less quilted, one more quilted. I could make this into a charm. Shall we do that? Okay, so you can make a poofy circle, and I'll show you how I'm using it in my design team project, which is a folio. I haven't made a folio in years. I have been punching circles. I made the joke that if something sits still for any length of time, it'll be made a circle. And that's not exaggerating. Okay, maybe it is, just a little. Here again is my design team project. And it's a folio. And I am almost done. I've saved it to show you because I can. All right. Here's the other circle that I did, but it's not going in here, even though the sari silk does match. But it's a little bit too wide. I'm going to use it somewhere else. But this one is going in this folio. As you can see, it has a theme that is about by the sea. Oh dear, and I don't remember the exact name of course I don't. I'm not good at that right now. But I have other circle ideas. This is a circle, and there is a circular wax seal on there. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. And it's going to go here. And this one is going to go here. But before I put them on officially, I want you to take a look. I also inherited, which sounds funny because it's from my daughter, but it's family. She gave me her folders for embossing. Do you see the little raised bumps? They're circles. Yes, they are. So, do you have any circles in your embossing folder? And there's a larger circle. All right. So, folio. This was an 8.5. Sorry, it was a 12 by 12. And I just folded up. Fold it up. This is a pocket now. This is a pocket with a pocket on it. The closures our circles. Oh, this is some vellum that holds a little set of the tags that I just cut. I cut out a strip of the tags to make a trifold. There we go. All right, so it goes in there. Now, this is going to go here and this is going to go here. But first, let's do the second. It's a little bit more complicated, but less so than the poofy circle. Do you see how this is vellum here? This is paper that I used, the Carand'ache. Ooh, let me find it. I colored on my glass mat with the Carand'ache crayons and then used water and then pushed the paper down into that. Sadly, or interestingly, depending upon your view, I found that I could get the color off on my finger after it dried, and that wouldn't work in a junk journal. So on some of the paper, I did a layer of Mod Podge to fix it. On other of the paper, like this one here, similar concept, but I used hairspray to fix it. You can see it doesn't come off anymore. So there's something interesting. If you find whatever you're using is coming off on your fingers, use hairspray. It's the most simple and the least expensive option. Oh, but when you spray it, do it in a box that the hairspray doesn't go all over. All right, let's do this. Any idea how I did this? Well, if you do, wonderful, I'm sure. And if you don't, I'm going to show you how to make a circle in the middle of a page or on the edge of a page. Our circles. Let's assume that we want to have paper folded in thirds. For some reason, I don't know why. Make one up. Put it in the comments below. Why would you fold paper in thirds? You wouldn't have to. You could fold them in half too. It would be fine. But for purposes of demonstration, I'm going to fold it in thirds. And putting the plate, so a die cut, you have different plates. You sandwich, that's the word they use. Sandwich them in. Like this. I did it like this. All right. Two sides. Here we are. And I've wrapped the side that I don't want to cut to the underside of the plate. I am now going to put a circle like this on. Now, if you want a perfect circle, obviously half and half. The one that is in my folio, I actually did it further in and it becomes an oval, but oh well. So we're going to do this one as a perfect circle. And again, if I were smart, I'd have some washi. Yeah, this won't stick as well because I usually use it on the circles to hold them down, but well, we're going to do it anyhow. Okay, cutting a aperture, a half circle out. The cracking, perfectly normal. And my plates are disreputable. I use them, I reuse them, I use them again, over and over. Haven't bought a new plate in a long time. And I probably won't because, yeah, there's other things I'd like to purchase. And as you can see, they're so marked up. But that's okay. Right? That's okay. And magically, and I don't want to tear the paper. Here, I'll show you. Circle. Ta-da! And there is a circle opening. And a half circle if you want to put some vellum in or something else using a die cut. Or, to be very candid, you don't have to. Just fold it, find a circle of some sort. You know, you could do a little one here. Should I do that quick for you? Or maybe you get the idea. We have a circle because the bottom of this is circle. I'm choosing a half. I'm less polished at cutting out circles by hand. To be lazy, I've been using the punches. Oh, hey, you could use a punch. Yes, you could. Or by hand that way. What if I used my 2-inch punch? Is that a 2-inch circle? Half. Yes, it is. All right, this is same concept. You could cut it out by hand like this. You don't need a die cut or a machine. Or you can use a punch that you already have. Whatever diameter of circle. There. Ta-da! Obviously erase that. But then you have 2 circles. Wouldn't it be fun to put the little 1-inch here? You could do a whole row of circles and fill them with vellum or tracing paper. Boom. There. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm finding tracing paper because I took some out. And so, and you could sandwich things in the middle of the tracing paper. I have like 5 of these little bottles on the go. The reason is the precision tip. It is so satisfying. And it also saves the amount of glue that I'm using because the art glitter glue, there is no glitter in the glue, it's the name of the company, is not inexpensive. It has a cost to it. But if you are careful with the amount that you use, it lasts a long time. The other thing to be careful of, art glitter glue. If you are in an area where you get freezing temperatures, do not order it during that time period. Only when you're assured that it will not freeze. Well, carefully position this so that it works better than I just did. Now, this is something a friend in my in-person crafting group, she brought fresh flowers from her garden to our crafting group last year. So these are 1 year old. And she dried them in the microwave. Pretty cool, huh? Now, if I were going to sandwich these, now this is a little bit too big, but you get the idea. And some leaves. That works, more or less. See what a neat thing this does? Include this in your next journal. And you'll have, oh, petal. But it really worked. These were very plump and juicy. What do you call them? Daisies? I don't know. There. See? You can, I'd have to glue them down, but you get the idea. This here is the one that I did. And we're going to put something in the middle of this design team project. to be ahead of the game, I already chose it last night. Now, I'm recording on Tuesday, and usually I've recorded on Monday for my Tuesday video. But, yeah, maybe you understand. Life isn't that simple. Vellum, I really like the tracing paper. Vellum is fine if you have vellum. But find the glue. Here it is. And let's glue these flowers down. These are just pre-existing, pre-done. I think they're paper flowers. They're cut out, but I purchased them, or rather, my daughter purchased them because they were in my crafting stash that she gave me. And this, I had put some stickles in for a different project and didn't use it. So now to sandwich it, I'm going to just do a light bead of art glitter glue around here. That will mean that I cannot lift this corner, this space. And to make a tuck here, I'm just going to put a little bit of art glitter glue to close up the bottom of the part that is in the area. This is the third idea. An edge, just with circles. But it's got a bit of a interesting bit to it. They're double-sided. I folded part of the paper down, as you can see, and I've attached them with glue, art glitter glue. Wait, I'm looking for this. Oh, buttons. There's another example of a circle. Buttons. Yes. Now, oh, and this wax seal. All right. I have a bunch of the circles cut out from the paper. I will put on screen the name of the paper. It's something about sea dreams. I don't know. I have the circles glued together only on one side. I'm looking for I used distress ink in case I didn't make the circles perfectly aligned. And then I opened up the side. I was careful if there was a direction, like I wanted the anchor that way and I wanted the shell that way, or the ship this way and the girl's head that way. I didn't want it upside down. I was careful when I glued the two sides together. And then when it was time to put it on the edge of the paper, okay, let's put it on a different edge. Let's put it on the edge of this, like a tab. Glue. Here we go. A little bit of glue on this side, and you can position it wherever you want. I think it's pretty as a decoration on a side of a page. See how that looks? Isn't that pretty? It's unexpected, and it's just simple circles. You can hand cut them, you can die cut them, you can punch them. Simple. Double-sided with the images that you like. And I put these larger 2-inch on the page so that it's interesting. You can see it, but it's not a part of the page edge. Circles. You can make a circle pocket too. What else can you do? Okay, so I have these tabs. These tabs? No, this is yeah, it's something. It is a tag. There, I found the word. I have a pocket up here, and I have a pocket behind here, and there is an envelope that came with the kit with some stamp shapes I have tucked in. All of these I'd like to use for a more of the idea of recording the wins in life. As many wins as possible. My husband doesn't like the AMWAP. He doesn't like that. He's determined to find an alternative to AMWAP. No. So behind this set of pages that are sewn in, it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You see on the edge here? I have a belly band of shells. Pretty, huh? And you can still put something through. You can leave it open like this, but I like the idea of holding it closed. And I have a paper clip somewhere that I was using. All right, let's put this circle here. I want to just add some ink. And this ink is Distress ink. It is, Stormy Sky, because it was the first blue that my hand caught. This is a image of a book that was stamped in the wax seal. There's the word. All right, let's put this on because it's a circle. It is mulberry paper that I sprayed with a distress spray. And I tore it into the shape that it is, which is uneven. But because it's blue, I think it's a good choice for this design team project. Again, this paper design is from Be Happy Stationery. And the name of it is, I'll put it on the screen. Okay, let's do our other circle here. Take these out of the way. See, it fits. It fits all right. So our 3 kinds of circles suitable for using in your junk journals. We have the poofy quilted circle with some kind of softness layered between a base and fabric, or a base and, you could use vellum or you could use tracing paper. You don't have to use fabric. I happen to think the fabric adds something. Okay. But maybe you don't, and that's okay. Lots of space for tags. Oops, I hope you can see what I'm doing. There we are, circle. This is the second kind. That was the first. This is the second. And the third way of using circles, unique way of using circles, is as a page edge. So we went for the most complicated, in my opinion, to the middle complicated, to the least complicated. 3 ways, 3 more ways. Last week I did 2 ways, I think. Oh, I'll link to that other circle video. Nope. Let's put this up here. Let's fold this in here. Let's put this here. And Guess what? We have another circle. It is a, what do you call it? A grommet? What do you call that? I forget. I'll put it on the screen. My brain is obviously starting to hiccup a little bit. And I have sari silk. Interestingly, this is called reef color. And I want to put this through the, whatever this is called, the hole. It has a metal piece in it so that I can then tie this so it's attractive, attach my blue circle wax seal there. I think that looks pretty because to me, being by the sea and having a good book to read, wow, that is a stellar idea. To me, that would be a lovely, lovely time. A good book, the sound of the ocean. That is a holiday for me, in my opinion. What's your favorite holiday? If you could imagine yourself somewhere right now, where would it be? Would you be in the countryside? Would you be in the desert? Would you be at a water source? Would you be in your house, in your favorite room, sitting in your favorite chair? Where would you be to read a good book? What would you be listening to? Who would be there? For me, Rob might be there, my husband, because we traveled for a number of years, living full-time in an RV, and often, like in the morning in particular, we would both be reading. We had a fifth wheel, and where the bed was up 3 stairs. So we referred to it as going upstairs. And I'd lay in bed in the morning, and he'd bring me a cup of coffee, and I would read or write, pray, and he would be downstairs in the bottom part of the fifth wheel, sitting on the couch, and he would be reading too. That's a favorite memory of mine. Do you have a favorite memory? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to know. Yeah. I'm holding this down because it'll take a little while to adhere for the glue to dry. Can this clip hold? No, not well enough. Let's find a bulldog clip. When it's dry, I will place a picture on at the end. But you get the idea, I think. I will fold it up. I will wrap this around a couple of times and then put it down through, and it will hold the folio closed. I might even attach circles onto there. What do you think of that? Stay tuned and you will see the picture at the end of this video. I wish you a happy Tuesday. I wish you happy crafting, whatever you're working on. You know, you might have time just to do a tag. You don't have to do a whole folio. You don't have to do a whole bunch of things. If If you have time to do a little glue on a piece of paper and stick another piece of paper on top, maybe another circle, count that as a win. As many wins as possible. You can do it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on Friday. I'm Lori. That's my name, and the name of the channel is Positive Thanks Living, because I want to live with gratitude and optimism. And we'll see you on Friday. I make videos twice a week, once on Tuesday, once on Friday. And in the meantime, you can find me over in Sugar Pepper Press Facebook group. We're doing a challenge. We're doing a challenge in the group. So I'll link below in the description where you can find me. Take care. Bye for now. Happy crafting.